You know that feeling when you think about someone and they call you 5 minutes later, or when you have a gut feeling about something and you're completely right. Scientists just proved why that happens. Your thoughts don't just stay in your head, they actually change matter itself. Here are the 5 experiments that will completely change how you see your daily life. Number 1. The double-slit observer effect. Picture this. You walk into your house after work and immediately feel something's off. Maybe your partner's in a bad mood, but they're not showing it. Or you walk into a room and just know someone was just crying here. That's actually what's happening in the famous double-slit experiment. Scientists shoot particles at a screen with 2 openings. When nobody's looking, the particles act like waves. They go through both openings at once and create this beautiful interference pattern, like ripples in water when 2 waves collide. But the moment someone tries to see which opening the particle goes through, boom, the particle suddenly acts like a solid ball and goes through just one opening. It's exactly like when you walk into your house and immediately know your partner's upset, even though they're pretending everything's fine. Your attention, your consciousness is literally reshaping what's happening at the quantum level. Your awareness doesn't just observe reality, it creates it in the moment you pay attention to it. That's why your intuition is so spot on. You're literally detecting the quantum field changes around you. Comment "I felt it" if you've ever walked into a room and immediately knew something was different. Number 2. Princeton PEAR Mind-Matter Lab. You know how sometimes you really focus on finding a parking spot, and suddenly one opens up exactly where you need it? Or you set an intention to find something and it just appears. This isn't coincidence. It's been proven in a lab for 28 years. Researchers at Princeton took random number generators, machines that should be completely unpredictable. We're talking about electronic devices that are isolated from everything. No way for outside factors to influence them. But when groups of people meditated and focused their intention on these machines, the randomness completely changed. The machines started producing more ones than zeros, or more zeros than ones. Not by accident. When just 10 people focused together for 5 minutes, the electronic devices responded to their collective intention. This is exactly why that time you just knew to take a different route to work, and you avoided that accident, wasn't just luck. Your focused intention, even for a few minutes, reaches out and influences the physical world. The research proves your thoughts don't stay in your head. They reach beyond your skull and touch the real world. That's why visualization works. That's why prayer works. That's why your mood affects everything around you. Comment "I believe" if you've experienced this kind of intention working. Number 3. The delayed choice quantum eraser. Ever set an intention or make a decision, and then later realize it was meant to be? Like you signed up for that workshop, not knowing why, and it completely changed your entire life direction. Or maybe you met someone randomly, and it felt like you knew them from before. Physicists discovered something even more mind-blowing. Your future decisions might be changing your past. Here's the experiment. Scientists set up the double-slit test again, but this time they could decide after the particles had already passed through the slits whether to measure them or not. If they decided not to measure wave pattern, if they decided to measure particle pattern. But here's the weird part. The particles seemed to know what the future decision would be. They retroactively changed their behavior based on a choice that hadn't been made yet. This is why you might have that feeling of knowing something was going to happen before it did. Or why sometimes setting an intention feels like it was already meant to be. Your current thoughts aren't just shaping your future, they might be reaching backward and changing what has already happened. Every time you set an intention or change a belief, you're literally rewriting your history. Think about it. Every time you forgive someone, you're not just changing the future relationship, you're changing the memory of what happened. Your current consciousness is reaching back and transforming the past. Number 4. Bell's Theorem consciousness. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt someone's mood, even if they weren't showing it? Or been on the phone with someone, and they say, "I was just thinking about you." This experiment won the Nobel Prize and proved that consciousness isn't just in your head, it's connected to everything. Einstein called it spooky action at a distance. Two particles that become connected, no matter how far apart. When you measure one, the other instantly responds, even across galaxies. But Bell's theorem tests revealed something incredible. The outcome of these measurements isn't predetermined. It happens at the exact moment of conscious observation. When you walk into a room and feel the tension, you're not just reading body language. You're detecting the quantum entanglement between consciousness and matter. When you have a gut feeling about someone or something, you're accessing information from particles that are literally connected to what you're observing. Your consciousness doesn't just sit inside your skull, it extends beyond your body and connects you to everything around you. That's why you can sense what people are feeling. That's why your energy affects everyone you meet. But the final experiment shows something even more personal. Which of these experiments matches something you've experienced? Comment 1, 2, 3, or 4. Number 5. Masaru Emoto Water Crystal Research. You know how your words can literally change someone's posture, or how speaking kindly to a plant makes it grow better. Masaru Emoto discovered that water molecules form different crystal structures based on what words, thoughts, or emotions are directed at them. When people said love and gratitude to water, it created these perfect, intricate crystals. When they said "you make me sick," the water created distorted, broken formations. But here's what will blow your mind. Your body is 70% water. If thoughts affect water at the molecular level, imagine what they're doing to your body right now. Every time you think negative thoughts about yourself, you're literally creating distorted formations in your cellular water. Every time you speak kindly to yourself, you're creating beautiful, organized crystal structures in your body. This is why positive self-talk isn't just motivational BS. It's quantum physics. Your thoughts are literally sculpting your reality from the inside out. When you change your internal dialogue, you're not just changing your mindset, you're changing your physical structure at the molecular level. 5 experiments, 28 years of research, thousands of peer-reviewed studies. Your consciousness isn't separate from reality. It is reality. You're not a wave observing particles. You're both wave and particle. You're the observer and the observed, the experiment and the experimenter. Your attention shapes what exists. Your intention reaches through time. Your thoughts rewire your physical body. Your emotions crystallize your world. Now, I want you to test this yourself. This week, try number 2, the PEAR Lab study. Pick one thing you want to happen. Finding a parking spot, getting a text from someone specific, or manifesting a small opportunity. Set a 10-minute intention every morning for 7 days. Comment below and tell me what happens. I read every single response and reply personally. And if you want to dive deeper into how quantum physics can transform your life, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. I post new videos every Tuesday and Thursday showing you how to use consciousness to literally create your reality. Which experiment will you test first? Your reality is waiting for you to notice it.